మన డౌట్లం Hi Andy, good morning. Online people, can you please confirm me my voice is audible or not?
Yes, sir, you are audible and your screen is visible.
Okay, thank you. As part of today's session, so we discussed about GS util commands. So by using GS util commands, we discussed about how to create the buckets, and we discussed about how to upload the files, and we discussed about how to upload the folders, and we discussed about how to copy files from local system to cloud storage, and we discussed about how to copy files between one bucket to other bucket, and we discussed about what is the purpose of rsync, and we discussed about how to perform recursive copy operations. So these are all the different types of commands we discussed as part of our yesterday's session. Other than this, we discussed about all the options which are available while creation of bucket in GCS. So while creation of the bucket, what are the options are available? That also we covered as part of our yesterday's session. And after that, we started discussing about compute engine. Okay, so today we'll continue with the compute engine, Andy. So actually yesterday we started discussing about the compute engine. So today we'll continue to discuss about the compute engine. So first question, what is the purpose of the compute engine? As we discussed yesterday, to create virtual machines, we are going to use GCP component called as compute engine. So to create the virtual machines as per our requirement, we are going to use the GCP component called as nothing but compute engine. Now see here, with the help of the compute engine, what we are doing, we are creating the virtual machine. Indirectly, what we are doing here, we are renting the machine, or we can able to say we are taking machine for rent. From whom we are taking the machine for rent? From whom? From the cloud platform. Which cloud platform we are using here? We are using the platform called as a GCP platform, Andy. So indirectly, you are creating the virtual machine by using the compute engine service. Indirectly, what we are doing here, from the GCP platform or from the Google Cloud platform, we are renting a machine, which is nothing but what? Are we maintaining any physical machines here? No, we are creating the virtual machine. But where you can able to see the physical machines? In the GCP data centers, they are maintaining all the physical machines, Andy. So what we are doing here, simply we are taking the machine as a rent for the particular time period. For particular time period. What is meant by particular time period? Either 1 day or 1 week or 1 month or 1 year, by depending on your requirement, you are taking that machine for rent only. So why we are taking that machine for rent? My requirement is I don't want to maintain all machines physically. I want to maintain the virtual machines. For that reason, what we are doing here, we are reaching the GCP people, Google Cloud Platform people. In the GCP, we are using the component called as a compute engine. With the help of the compute engine, we are creating the virtual machine. What is the meaning of creating the virtual machine? Indirectly, we are taking the machine for rent. From whom we are taking? From the GCP, we are taking it as a rent. And whenever we are going to take anything for rent, what we will do, Andy? If you take anything for rent, obviously what we have to do here, we need to pay the money. Now coming to compute engine, yesterday we discussed about one more point here. Based on what parameters we are going to pay the money here mainly? For compute engine, what all are the main parameters we need to consider? One is we need to consider number of cores, another one is our storage capacity. So these two are going to play the very important role as part of our compute engine. And so whenever we are going to create the compute engine, we are going to specify how many number of cores you are looking and what is the storage capacity you are looking. Based on these parameters, what is going to happen? Your rent will increase or your rent will decrease based on the parameters which we are selecting for number of cores and storage capacity. Okay. Now, if you want to create the virtual machine, or if you want to create the if you want to create the virtual machine, how we can able to create? By using console we can able to create. Otherwise, if you want, what we can do here, with the help of the cloud SDK also we can able to create the virtual machines. And as we discussed earlier, whenever you want to do any kind of activities on the GCP component, you can do it from the console, or you can do it from the cloud SDK, or you can do it from the Python programming language also. By depending on our convenience, either we can go for the console, or we can use the cloud SDK, or we can able to use the Python programming language. Yesterday we discussed about how we can able to create the virtual machine from the console. So if you want to create the virtual machine, what we can do here? First step, we need to go to our cloud console. So here we need to go to our cloud console. How to go to cloud console? Just we have to give it as console.cloud.google.com. Just click on enter. Console.cloud.google.com. Okay, you are getting the welcome page. And if you want to go to the compute engine, or if you want to go to any component here, just we can go to the navigation menu. In the navigation menu here, we can able to see the option called as a more products. Click on that. Once you click on the more products, here we can able to see all the components which are available. Now, which component you want to open? I want to open the compute engine. So we need to click on the compute engine. Otherwise, what we can do here, directly from here also we can able to open the compute engine by depending on our requirement. And so for now, just I'm going to click on here, compute engine. So once we click on the compute engine, here you can able to see the window like this. You can able to see the dashboard like this. But first time, if you are going to open the compute engine, what is the window we are seeing? We are seeing the option as a enable API. So you need to click on that enable API. It will take 3 to 4 minutes of time to enable the API. That is the only one-time activity. Second time onwards, what will happen? Whenever you are going to click on the compute engine, automatically you can able to see the dashboard like this. From this dashboard, what we can do here, you can able to create the virtual machines by depending on our requirements. Now, for example, if you want to create the virtual machine, where we need to click?
Create instance.
Click on create instance. Just click on this. So once you click on the create instance, it is going to open the window like this, Andy. So in this window, what we can do here, you can able to provide all your inputs or all your parameters to create the virtual machine. And with that, you can able to create the virtual machine. Now, first one here, what we can do here, we need to provide the name. Just here, I'm given the name as a, for example, sample duty. So just we have to provide some name for your virtual instance. So for here, I'm giving the name as a sample QT. And after that, what's the next option we need to select? You need to select the region and zone. And so we are having the multiple regions for the GCP, and we are having the multiple zones for the GCP. In whatever the region you want to create the virtual machine, you have to select that virtual region. And in the same way, we have to select the zone also. Based on the region and zone, what will happen? Your cost will change. If you are going to select the US, it will take one kind of charge. If you are going to select any other region, what will happen? Based on the region also, or based on the zone also, your cost of the virtual machine is going to change. And for example, now it is showing $28.65.
Sir, please zoom the screen.
Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Now here we need to select the region and we need to select the zone. Based on the region and zone which we are selecting, automatically what will happen? Your cost is going to change. For example, here I am selecting Europe. See what happened? It becomes as a $32 only. Earlier it is showing the $28, but now when we are selecting it to the Europe, what is happening here? It is becoming as a $32, which is nothing but by depending on the region, by depending on the zone, whatever we are going to select, automatically your estimate is going to change. Just 1 second. Okay. So here first one, we need to select the region and we need to select the zone by depending on our requirement. For now, I'm giving it as a default values like this only. And after that, what is the next option we need to select? We need to select the machine configuration. What is meant by machine configuration? Here only you are going to select how many number of CPU, how many number of cores you are looking, and what is the storage capacity you are looking. All that kind of information you can able to select as part of your machine configuration. If you observe here we can able to see the option called as a general purpose, and you can able to see the compute optimized. Next one is the memory optimized, and next one is the GPU Sunday. So like this, we are having the different types of the machines. By depending on our requirement, we have to choose any one of the option. What is meant by general purpose? If you see in the below, you can able to see the meaning. Machine types for common workloads, optimized for cost and flexibility. If you are having the any generic kind of work under in that situation, you can able to go for the general purpose. And if you are going to use the general purpose, what is happening here? It is optimized for the cost, which is nothing but if you are going to select the general purpose machine, automatically it is going to charge the less cost. But if you are going to select the compute optimized, or if you are going to select the memory optimized, or if you are going to select the GPUs, automatically your cost will become very, very high. For example, I will go to GPUs. Now see how much it is showing. Earlier it is showing only $28 only, but once we are going to the GPU, automatically it is showing it as a $217. But why it is showing the high cost? Because if you are going to select the GPU machine, automatically you are going to get the very, very, very best performance compared to the general purpose. Whenever they are given the best performance, and they automatically what they will do here, they are going to charge the huge money. Now, for example, you are purchasing the laptop with the 4 GB RAM. So for that, you need to spend only 30,000 or 35,000. But for example, you are going to purchase the laptop with the 16 GB RAM, or for example, 32 GB RAM only. Then obviously what we have to do? We need to spend more money to purchase the laptop if you are going to increase the configuration. In the same way, in the cloud also, once we are going to increase the configuration of the machine, automatically what will happen? Your cost also will going to increase. Coming to GPUs, we are charging around $217. But coming to general purpose machine, how much it is charging? Only $28. For our practical purpose, only general purpose machine would be sufficient. But in the real time, if you are going to work, if you want to perform any kind of activities on the machine learning, or if you want to perform any kind of activities on the artificial intelligence, or if you want to perform any kind of activities on the Gen AI activities, in the situation, better to go for the GPUs. But for now, as part of our practicals, what we can do here, we can able to use the machine configuration as a general purpose. In the same way, if you observe here, we are having the two more things. One is the compute optimized, one is the memory optimized. And if you go to compute optimized, so here you can able to see the message. This is the machine type for what kind of categories? For performance intensive workloads with highest performance per core. So what is the meaning of compute? It's a kind of a action or execution. Whenever you are doing any activities on your machine, if you want to complete that action within short amount of time, or if you want to complete that action in the fast pace only, then what we can do here, you can able to take the option called as a compute optimized. Generally, our program execution will depend on compute speed, or it will depend on in-memory processing. So whenever we are going to perform any kind of operations, and your program execution is depending on what? Your program execution is depending on the compute speed, or your program execution is going to becoming on the in-memory processing. So here in-memory processing nothing but all data will store in memory. So whenever we are going to perform any execution on your machine, what is going to happen? It is going to, that program execution speed is depending on the compute power, or that program execution speed is depending on the in-memory processing. In-memory processing is nothing but whenever we are going to perform any kind of execution, all the execution is going to happen in the in-memory. And now you tell me, in our laptops, what is meant by in-memory? Any idea? Our RAMs. Whatever the operations we are going to perform, all the operations are running on the RAM. That kind of operation only we can able to call it as a in-memory processing. For example, whenever we are going to execute any kind of program, if it is running on the core machines, then what we can able to call? That kind of operations only we can able to call it as a compute operations. And some operations are going to run on top of your core. Some operations are going to run on top of your RAM capacity. So that's based on that. Here they are given the two types of machines. And one is the compute optimized machine. Second one is the memory optimized machine. In the compute optimized machine, what will happen? You are going to get the good capacity on your cores. But coming to memory optimization, what will happen? You are going to get the good capacity on your in-memory by depending on the type of data processing. Either we can able to go for compute optimized, or we can able to go for the memory optimized. Generally, if we are going to work in our data warehousing projects or data lake projects or data analytics projects, and we are going to use the option called as a memory optimized. Just see here. What they're saying? Machine types for workloads with high memory to virtual CPU ratios, like in-memory databases, which is nothing but it is going to perform all the operations in the in-memory. In the simple words, if you want to understand, general purpose to perform any kind of generic activities, and compute optimized we are using. If you want to perform any kind of intensive compute operations, then we are going to choose the compute optimized machine. Memory optimized, if you want to perform any kind of memory intensive operations, then we need to go for the memory optimized. In the same way, coming to GPUs, if you see here, graphics processing units accelerate specify workloads on your instance, such as machine learning and data processing activities. And as part of machine learning activities, or as part of your data processing activities, or as part of your artificial intelligence activities, we need to deal with the very huge amount of data. In that situation, your general purpose machines cannot able to handle the data loads. In that situation, what we can do here, we need to use the GPUs. But tell me, if you are going to work in the real time, who will decide what kind of machine we need to use? Who will decide what kind of machine we need to use? Obviously, our admin team will decide by depending on the volume of data what we are dealing. Our admin team will decide what kind of machines we need to use. And one more question, in the real time, are we going to create the virtual machines? No, we are not going to create any kind of virtual machines. Andy, just I want to put that point here. In real-time projects, we won't create any virtual machines. Then why we are spending this much of time on the compute engine? Because in the coming days, when we are going to discuss about data proc or any other topics, Andy, I will say we are going to create the cluster. What is the meaning of cluster? It's nothing but group of virtual machines. So what is the meaning of cluster here? It's nothing but group of virtual machines. And now here what we are discussing in the compute engine, we are discussing about how to create the virtual machine. Once you are going to have the knowledge about this topic, with this what will happen? You can understand about the cluster. Once you can understand the cluster, then what will happen? You can able to understand the one more component called as a data proc. So indirectly, whatever the topic we are discussing, this topic is going to helpful for the coming topics. That's the reason we are discussing about the virtual machine by using our compute engine. But if you are going to work in the real-time projects, generally we won't create any kind of virtual machines as part of our projects. But second, if there is any requirement to use virtual machines in the project, we need to contact our admin team or our DevOps people through a ticket. So for example, in your project, you want to maintain one virtual machine. In that virtual machine, you want to run some your own programs. And so by depending on your requirement, you want to perform some kind of activities on the virtual machine. So what I'm telling here, in the real-time project, we are not going to create the virtual machine. But for example, you are having the requirement to perform some activities on the virtual machine. Then what we can do here? We need to reach out to the admin team, or we need to reach out to the DevOps people. So how we are going to reach out those people, Andy? Just we need to raise a ticket, and in the ticket, what inputs we need to provide? Provide how many cores you are looking, and what is the storage capacity you are looking. Only these are the details we are providing in the ticket. By using that information, what will happen? Your admin team or your DevOps people will create the virtual machines as part of your real time. But if you are going to work as a cloud data engineer, we need to have some minimal knowledge about the virtual machine, minimal knowledge about the compute engine. That's the reason we are spending 1 or 2 days on top of our compute engine component. Okay, just we'll go back to here. Here, by depending on the requirement, what we are doing here, we need to select the machine configuration, either general purpose or compute optimized or memory optimized, or we are going to select the GPUs. Out of all these things, Andy, which kind of machine is having the high number of cores and high capacity, storage capacity?
GPU.
Obviously, GPUs. Out of all these things, which is going to have the less capacity or less number of cores? Obviously, our general purpose. Okay. Yeah, someone is trying to ask the question. Please ask me now.
Yes. In the real time, sir, we will use GPUs, right?
In the real times, either we are going to use the GPUs or we are going to use the memory optimized. Any one of these two things we are going to use. Okay, but just now I told you, right? In the real time, really, are we going to create the virtual machines? No, we are going to create the clusters, and in the clusters, we are going to specify what kind of virtual machines we are going to use. There we are going to use either memory optimized or we are going to specify the GPUs in the cluster configuration. Based on that, your cluster will create as part of working in our real-time systems. Okay. Yep. Now see here. Now, for example, in our today's session for the practical, I am selecting the machine configuration as a general purpose. In the general purpose, if you see here, what we are having? We are having the different types of series, and you are having the C3 series, E2 series, N2 series. Actually, here they are clubbing the similar kind of configuration into the single series. If you see here in the E2 series, how many number of cores we are going to get? 0.25 to 32 number of cores we are going to get. And what is the memory capacity we are going to get? 1 to 128 GB capacity we are going to get. All this configuration is present in which kind of series, Andy? E2 series. In the same way, they created the one more series called as a N2 series. If you are going to select the N2 series, what will happen? In the N2 series, you can able to get up to 128 cores, and you are going to get up to 864 GB, which is nothing but for each and every different types of the configurations. They categorize the series. Here we can able to see the series number. Every series is going to give the different type of the configuration. By depending on our requirement, here we can able to choose the series. For example, here we are selecting the E2 as a series. After that, if you observe here, see, we selected the E2. Here in the drop down, what we can able to see? E2 micro, E2 small, E2 medium, which is nothing but they clubbed all the E2 related configuration into the one series, which we are calling it as a E2 series. But why we are having the three configurations? If you see the first configuration, how many cores we are going to get? Only one core. How much memory we are going to get? 1 GB memory. What about the E2 small, Andy? We are going to get 2 vCPUs and we are going to get the 2 GB memory. And coming to medium, we are going to get the 2 vCPUs and we are going to get the 4 GB memory, which is nothing but all these three are falling into the one series called as a E2 series. First, we need to select the series. After that, within the series, we need to select which kind of configuration you are looking. In the E2, if you want to go for 1 GB, we need to select the E2 micro. If you want to go for 2 GB, we need to select the E2 small. If you want to go for 4 GB, we need to select the E2 medium. By depending on our requirement, we can able to select any one of the configuration. In the same way, for example, I am selecting N2. See, once we select the N2, here in the drop down, what's happening, and it is showing the N2 related configurations. If you click on the drop down, now we can able to see N2 standard first option. Here, how much memory we are going to get? 8 GB. N2 standard 4. How much memory we are going to get? 16 GB. Now all this kind of configuration they grouped into the one particular series. That series only we are calling it as a N2 series. Again, within the N2 series, we are having the different types of options, and by depending on our requirement, we can able to select any one of the configuration. With that, you can able to create the machine. For example, my requirement is I want to create the 32 cores with 128 GB memory. What I can do here? Can we use the E2 series? In the E2 series, we are having the limit. What is the limit we are having? In the E2 series, you can able to create the only this kind of configuration. But coming to N2 series, here what we can do here, you can able to create the 120 number of cores, and you can able to maintain the 864 GB data. For example, my requirement is I want to create a machine with 64 CPUs, and I want to get the memory, for example, as a 512 GB. Then which series we need to select? You can select the N2. Indirectly, by depending on the requirement, we have to select the series. After selecting the series, from the drop down, you need to select how many number of cores you are looking, how much memory you are looking. Based on that, you can able to select your machine configuration. Okay. For now, I am selecting E2 here. And after that, here I'm selecting the E2 medium. So hope you got some basic idea about the machine configuration. Now you try to give the answer overall. What is the purpose of this machine configuration section? What is the purpose of the machine configuration? To specify your machine configuration, we are using the options in the machine configuration. What is the meaning of the machine configuration here? How many number of cores you are looking, or how much storage capacity you are looking, and you want to perform the intensive operation, whether which kind of intensive operations you want to perform, compute intensive operations or memory intensive operations. To define all this kind of information, we are going to use the section called as a machine configuration section. Within the machine configuration section, you need to select which kind of configuration you want to use. After that, we need to select which kind of series you want to use. After that, within the series, we need to specify our sub-series information. In our example, we are given the E2, and within the E2, we are giving it as a E2 medium. With this E2 medium, what is going to happen? You are going to get the 2 vCPUs, and you are going to get the 4 GB memory. Okay. Now, after that, if you see what we are having, one more option.
Sir,
Yes, please.
We have the 3 configurations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In this 4 also, we store one data only, right?
Yeah, we are going to select only one series, and by depending on our requirement, out of these 4, we will select one. And within that, if you see in the general purpose, we are having the so many series. Out of all these series, what we are doing, we are selecting only one.
The difference is cost.
Yeah,
speed.
one is the
Cost and speed.
Yeah, difference is one is the cost, and one is how many number of CPUs you are going to get, and other one is how much memory you are going to get. All these are the differences.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So next one, if you observe here we are having the available policies, and if you see here we are getting one error message saying that E2 instances are required spot provisioning model to terminate your VM on the host maintenance. And actually, in the available policies, we are having the 2 types of options. One is the standard and one is the spot. When we need to go for standard, ideal for most workloads, and in general, in the real time, we are going to apply the standard. But coming to spot, when we need to go for spot, ideal for fault tolerant workloads. By depending on your requirement, again, we can go for the spot workloads, or we can able to go for the standard workloads. But tell me, what is the meaning of fault tolerant? If you remember earlier, we discussed about the statement.
One server is down, then other servers are going to
One server is going, if one server is crashed,
down or crashed.
other server will take
Can
care of
handle all its
all the
activities.
responsibilities of the first server. This kind of activity only we are calling it as a fault tolerant activity. But when you are going to get the fault tolerant option here, if you are going to select the spot, then we are going to get the fault tolerant option. But if you are going to select the standard, what will happen? You cannot able to get the fault tolerant option, and indirectly, by depending on our requirement, if you want to provide the fault tolerant feature, then we need to select the option called as a spot. If you don't want to give the fault tolerant option, then what we can do here we can able to select the option called as a standard. But one more important thing we need to understand here. Standard feature is not available for all series. In the same way, fault tolerant also not, or I can able to say spot. Spot is not available for all the series machines. So what we are doing here in the above step, we are selecting the series, right? All the series are not going to contain the standard. All the series are not going to contain the spot. And for example, if you see our example only, above what we selected? We selected the E2 here. But when we are selecting the E2, can we able to select the standard? No, because if you see here, we are getting the error message. E2 instance requires what? It requires spot, because for some series they are giving one kind of option, some other series they are given the one more kind of option. And now if you want to go for the fault tolerant option, then what we can do here, we need to select the E2. After that, here simply we need to select the spot. So once we are going to select the spot, automatically that error message is gone. And so which is nothing but here I'm trying to say, by depending on the type of the machine we are selecting, based on that, either we have to select the standard or we need to select the spot. Coming to spot, when we are using, whenever you want to provide the fault tolerant feature, then we need to select the option called as a spot. Okay. Now in the same way, if you see the next one, what is this? VM termination. Yesterday we discussed, right? After creation of the machine, if you forgot to stop the machine or if you forgot to delete the machine, what will happen? They are going to charge a lot of amount, right? Now, for example, you forgot to stop the machine, but you want to stop the machine automatically without having any manual involvement. And then what we can do here? Here we can able to select the option called as a VM termination, for example. Just 1 second.
Checkbox is there.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't notice this. Yeah. So see here, set a time limit for the virtual machine, which is nothing but within how much time you want to stop the machine. That kind of information we can able to select on top of this window. Now, for example, here by hours, I'm giving it as, for example, 1. What will happen with after 1 hour? Here I enable this option. After enabling the option, here I'm giving the value as a 1. Here, what is the parameter we're taking here? Hours, which is nothing but after 1 hour, what is going to happen? Automatically, your machine is going to stop automatically. Yesterday, what we discussed, Randy, after creation of the machine, if you are not going to stop it, they are going to charge the more money. Now, you don't want to stop the machine manually, automatically you want to perform that operation. Then what we can do here, simply we need to enable this option. Once we are going to enable this option, it is asking how many hours you want to maintain this machine. Here what I'm giving for example value as a 1. If you are given the value as 1, what will happen? After 1 hour, automatically your machine is going to stop. For example, you want to stop the machine after 10 hours. So what we can do, we can give it as a 10. So after 10 hours, automatically your machine is going to stop. And so how it is going to be useful to us? If you forgot to stop the machine, whatever the values we are giving here, based on these values, automatically your machines are going to stop from the GCP side. If you are not giving this one, what will happen? If you forgot to stop the machine, that machine will run on the continue basis. Because of that reason, they are going to charge the huge amount as part of our machine configuration. Okay. For now, I'm not selecting this option, but whenever you want to limit the machine, then what we can do here, just enable this option and provide how many hours or how many days you want to run the machine. Accordingly, your machine will stop automatically after completion of those many hours. Okay. This is the one more configuration we need to provide.
Sir, next time we need to manually start the machine. If you give the time.
Yeah, if you are not going to select this checkbox, then what we have to do, we need to stop the machine manually. If you are going to enable this checkbox, what will happen? Your GCP itself is going to stop the machine after 1 hour or 2 hours. Now, for example, tell me, I enable this, I given the value as a 1. Now, after 1 hour, I'm saying that your machine will stop automatically. But my question is, after 30 minutes, you want to stop the machine. Can we be able to stop the machine or not?
Yes, manually.
We can stop it only. So after 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 45 minutes, if you want, you can able to stop it manually. But after 1 hour, what will happen? Even if you are not going to stop it, automatically your GCP will stop the machine because of enabling this option. Is it clear?
Yes.
Sir, after the advanced configuration, I could not see the availability policies, sir.
No, can you please repeat?
I could
Available
not see
parties.
the, this one, no, we can see up to this, but I could not see the availability policy, sir.
You could
This
not
one.
able to see availability policies.
Yes,
Okay, which series you selected above? E2 series only.
A2 medium,
Okay, whomever doing the practicals in parallel with me, Andy, are you able to see this one? Availability policies? No?
No,
one.
no, sir.
Yes, sir, I am able to see.
No,
sir.
Even
could
I
not
can't.
see.
see.
Okay, some people are saying yes, some people are saying no, Andy. Now tell me, if you are not seeing this information directly, which information you are seeing? What is the next section you are seeing?
Display devices and confidential VM services.
Okay. So might be so because of using the free tier. So for some accounts they given this option. For some accounts they haven't given this option. And it's okay because we are doing anything only practicals, right? So if you are seeing, well and good. If you are seeing, try to understand what is the meaning of this information. If you are not seeing, we are going to ignore it. Now tell me here what I'm doing. I'm not selecting any of these options, Andy. Even if you are not seeing this information, nothing is going to happen. No need to worry about that. Okay. If you are seeing this information, if you want to do any kind of experiment, just you can able to enable this option. Otherwise, simply what we can do here, we can able to disable this option. If you are not at all seeing this information, what it means indirectly, by default, we can able to say we have to stop this one manually as part of doing our practicals. Okay. Now next one here we can able to see some more options, Andy. All these are the kind of the advanced options. Here we are not going to use all these options anyhow in the real time. That's the reason I don't want to spend much time on all these topics, Andy. But here we need to understand one more thing called as a boot disk. If you see the boot disk here, what is the image it is taking? It is taking the image called as a Debian Linux operating system. So actually this is the one kind of operating system. As per your knowledge, what all are the different types of operating systems we are having? Windows is one operating system, Linux is one operating system. In the same way, we are having the Ubuntu is the one more operating system, CentOS is the one more operating system. Like this, we are having the different operating systems. And if you click on the change button here, if you see, I clicked on the change button. Once you click on the change, here what is it is asking? It is asking which operating system you want to use as part of your machine, Sandy. If we are not changing anything by default, it will take the operating machine as operating system as a Debian. But if you have any such requirement to create other operating systems on top of your virtual machine, we need to click on change. After that, just click on this arrow. Now see what's happening. Here you can able to see the CentOS, you can able to see Debian, you can able to see the Ubuntu, and you can able to see the Windows Server. But only these are the operating systems we are having. No, we are having the so many different operating systems, Andy. You can able to see all the operating systems here. By depending on your requirement, you can able to choose any one of the operating system. For now, I am selecting it as a Debian operating system. Okay, I'm not doing any changes on the operating system, but I'm trying to explain you. If you want to change the operating system, what we can do here? Here simply we need to click on the change. After click on the change, we can able to select our operating system by depending on our requirement. Okay, now in the same way, see if you observe one more thing, access the scope. What is the meaning of accessing? After creation of virtual machine, I want to access this virtual machine in other components of GCP. So for example, my requirement is I am creating a virtual machine, and after creation of the virtual machine, my requirement is I want to access this virtual machine in other components of GCP. And for example, Dataproc is one more component we are having, or BigQuery is one more component I'm having. Now, as part of using the Dataproc component, I want to use the virtual machine which I created now, or when I'm using the BigQuery, I want to use the virtual machine which I created now, which is nothing but what we are doing here. We created the virtual machine by using compute engine.
Virtual.
We created the virtual machine by using which component? By using compute engine component. But whatever the virtual machine which we created by using the compute engine component, now I want to access this virtual machine using other components. I want to access this virtual machine which I created from this component. What is the requirement here? I want to access this virtual machine in the other components. And what are the other components we are having? Just for example, data prop and for example, BigQuery. In these components, I want to use the same virtual machine which I created just now. Now, for the purpose of doing this activity, what we need to provide here is we need to provide access to data prop to access this virtual machine. Whatever the virtual machine which we created now, we need to give the access to this virtual machine to which component? We are giving the access to the data prop component. In the same way, in the BigQuery, I want to use the same virtual machine. Then what I need to do, Andy? We need to provide the access to the BigQuery also, which is nothing but all these components are present in the GCP only. But if you want to communicate one component to other component, we need to enable the access, Andy. So from the compute engine to data prop, I want to access the things. What we have to do? We need to enable the access. Or from the compute engine to BigQuery, I want to access. What we have to do? We need to enable the access. How we can able to enable the access? If you want to enable the access, here we are going to use the access scope. So by using the access scope only, we can able to enable all these kind of operations. Okay. Okay. If you see here, if I'm giving set access for each API, what it is showing? It is showing all the components which are available, and it is showing the BigQuery, it is showing the Bigtable, it is showing the cloud data store. Like this, it is showing all the components, whatever is available. Now, for these components, what we are giving? We are giving it as a none. What is the meaning of none? What is going to happen? In the BigQuery, whatever the machine we are creating now, can we able to access? No. In the Bigtable, whatever the machine we are creating now, can we able to access? No, because here we are given the option as a none. If you want to access, what we can do here? Here we can able to change the option. Here what we have to do? We need to give it as a enable, and if I'm going to give the enable, what it means? In the BigQuery, we can able to use the machine which we are creating now. Okay. If I'm given the none, in the BigQuery, we cannot able to use the machine which we are creating now only. So like that, we can able to control the access between one component to other component by using our requirement. That only we can able to call it as a access scope. Okay. Now in the same way, here we can able to see one more option called as a firewall. Any guesses? What is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? Difference between HTTP and HTTPS. Which is secure out of these two?
HTTPS.
We can able to say HTTPS is a secured one. And what is the purpose of firewall only?
Control the access to other gateways.
If you want to control access, or we can able to say if you want to control traffic from other systems or other IPs. See, you are creating the virtual machine. On top of this virtual machine, you don't want to perform any kind of operations from the other systems, or you don't want to perform any kind of traffic operations from the other system. And then what we have to enable? We need to enable the firewall. Actually, in our laptops or in our personal desktops also, we are going to have the firewall. Now, we are creating the virtual machine. In that virtual machine also, what we can able to see here, we can able to see the firewall option. Here we have to select either HTTP, or we can able to select the HTTPS, or you can able to ignore any one of, you can able to ignore both the things. And if you are going to ignore both the things, what will happen by default? If I am not going to select any firewall, by default, it will take internal option, which is decided by GCP. So here we are not enabling any kind of firewall. We are not enabling the HTTP, or we are not enabling the HTTPS. And now you tell me, if we are going to create this kind of machine without enabling the firewall, is it safety or non-safety? Obviously, it's a non-safety, but as part of practical session, I'm not selecting anything. But if we are going to work in the real time, we are going to enable the HTTPS, because compared to the HTTPS is the more secured one. That's the reason. If we are going to work in the real time, what we will do here, we are going to enable the HTTPS. Okay, this is the way simply we can able to understand all the available configurations what we are having. Intentionally, I'm skipping some of the options, and because those are the advanced topics. At the same time, we are not going to create the virtual machines as part of our real time. Just for the purpose of time saving, I am skipping some of the advanced options. Whatever the options we discussed, only that would be suffixed for the interviews. Only that would be suffixed for the purpose of understanding what all are the options we are having as part of creation of our virtual machines. Okay, just I will give the quick recap here. First one, what we are giving? We are giving the name. Next, what we are doing? We are going to select the regions by depending on the requirement. By depending on the type of the region, what will happen? It is going to change the cost. After that, we are going to specify the machine configuration. Here indirectly, we are going to specify how many number of cores you are looking and how much storage capacity you are looking. That information we are giving in the machine configuration. After that, we are going to give it as a spot to provide the fault tolerant option. After that, if you are seeing this option, you can able to enable this. Once we are going to enable this, what will happen? It will stop your machine automatically after 1 hour or 2 hours by depending on our requirement. And after that, we discuss about boot disk and what is the purpose of the boot disk here. Here we are going to select our operating system by depending on your requirement. Just by click on the change, what we can do here, you can able to change your operating system as part of our requirement. Now in the same way.
Sir, 1 second. Yes, enough. See, actually the size has given 10 GB and we have selected the E2. So there, I think it is a RAM memory, here hard disk memory, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. Now here we are selecting one more thing called as a access scope. Here, what we are doing here, we are controlling the access between compute engine component to the other components. Whenever you want to access the virtual machine which we are creating from the compute engine to BigQuery or Dataproc or any other component, then we have to enable the option. Otherwise, we cannot able to access this virtual machine in the other components of our GCP. In the same way, coming to firewall, if you want to control the traffic or if you want to control the IP Sunday, then we can able to enable the firewall option like this. All these are the basic options we need to understand as part of creation of our virtual machine by using our compute engine. Okay. Now, finally, here one question I want to ask: what is the purpose of the main purpose of the compute engine? That is the main topic, right? What is the main purpose of compute engine?
To create
the virtual machines. Why we are creating the virtual machines? To perform some kind of compute operations. And if you want to install your own softwares or if you want to run your own programs, if any such kind of requirement is there, instead of maintaining the physical laptop, what we are doing here, we are renting the machine from the GCP cloud. For the purpose of renting the machine, what service we are using? Compute engine. Within the compute engine, we are going to create the virtual machine. In the virtual machine, while creation of the virtual machine, we are giving some kind of input parameters. And by using all these options, we can able to provide all your input parameters. After giving all the input parameters, what we can do here? Simply we need to click on create.
So this is like a assembled set, right? Each and every option having some amount of dollars charged.
Exactly, Andy. So it is, so actually whatever the options we are selecting out of all these things, by in the combination of all the options, they are going to charge the money. But mainly we need to see about the location, we need to see the number of cores, and we need to see the memory. These three are going to play the very important role for your cost, and other parameters also going to play the important role. But comparatively, if you ask me, I can able to say location, number of cores, and storage. These three are going to play the very important role as part of your increase in the cost or decrease in the cost. Is it clear?
Sir, here we are going to create only one virtual machine.
Yes.
But we are using two multiple components, right?
Yes.
Okay.
See, someone is asking a question. We are creating the only one virtual machine. As part of practicals, we are going to create the only one virtual machine. Sunday. In the real time, if you want, what we can do here, you can create the 10 machines or 20 machines, but everything is depending on your requirement. For example, earlier I told you, I want to create the cluster. Now tell me, in the cluster, we are going to have the single machine or we are going to have the multiple machines?
More than one.
Obviously, we are going to maintain the multiple machines. Now, for example, you want to create the cluster manually. You want to create cluster manually. Then what we need to do first step? Step 1, we need to create
VMs.
all the VMs. This is the first step, Andy. If you want to create the cluster manually, then we need to create all the VMs. In this situation, we are going to maintain the one machine or we are going to maintain the 5 machines or 10 machines. Whenever we are dealing with the cluster, we are going to deal with the more than one machine. At that point of time, if you want to create the cluster manually, then we need to create all the machines manually. Okay. We are having the one more option, create the cluster automatically. There just we are going to specify how many number of VMs you are looking. See, if you want to create the cluster automatically, then what we can do here, just we need to give the one parameter called as a number of VMs, how many you want to create manually. And now, for example, if I'm giving it as a 10, what will happen? automatically all 10 virtual machines will create on the fly when we are going to create the cluster as part of data proc or as part of BigQuery. We'll discuss about all these concepts, and at that time we are going to discuss about the cluster. If you want to create cluster, we can able to create the cluster manually. If you want to create the cluster, we can able to create it automatically. But as part of cluster, what we are dealing here, we are going to deal with the multiple virtual machines whenever we are dealing with our cluster. Don't think that we are dealing with the only single machine. As part of practicals, we are creating the only single machine. But when we are going to discuss about the data proc, or when we are discussing about the other components, at that point of time, we are going to discuss about the cluster. Whenever we are discussing about the cluster, we are going to deal with the multiple virtual machines.
Sir, actually in GCP, like whatever the thing is with pay by use, right? So when we create the cluster or any VMs, so it will cost, or when only we will do the processing only it will cost.
See, first one, once you are going to create the, once you create the VM, which is nothing but what we are doing, you
Create
rented the machine.
Whether
you are using or not using, they are going to charge the money. But here thing is, if you are using it, they will charge more.
Okay, depending on the process. What
Now,
we
for
are doing.
exactly, if you are not using, then they will charge very minimal amount, because already they hold it one machine for you. You are not using, agree, but as part of not using also, what will happen? They are going to charge the very minimal amount only. That is the money they are charging. But if you are using that machine, then what will happen? Based on the accessing or based on the computing, what we are doing, based on that, they are going to charge the money as part of using our machines. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here, overall what we did, finally we created the machine. Now whatever the machine which I created, I want to access this machine. How we can able to access the machine, Andy? Yesterday we discussed about that. How to access?
SSS.
Simply we need to see the option called as a SSH option. Here we need to click on this arrow,
Open in
drop
browser.
down, click on the option called as a open in browser window. Just click on this. Click on open in browser. It is going to open the pop-up window like this. Okay, so you are going to get the one option called as authorize. Please click on the authorize. Now see here, you can able to get the shell. Now tell me, by using this shell, what we are accessing? What we are accessing?
Machine.
We are
Virtual-
accessing the machine which we created, and you created the machine. Why you created? To install the softwares or to perform some kind of computing operations. To perform all those kind of activities, we need to have a base, or we need to have a platform, right? What is the platform we are using here? This is the shell we are using here. From this shell, you can able to perform any kind of operations on top of your virtual machine. But tell me, how we open this virtual machine, sir? How we open this shell? How we open?
By using
From the console. By click on the SSH option, we opened this console, and in this console we are going to perform all the activities only. But as we discussed earlier, in the real time, really are we going to get the access for the console?
No.
In the real time
Yes.
projects, you are not going to get the access for the console. Now, for example, in your project, your admin team or your DevOps team created the one virtual machine. They said that virtual machine is ready. Now you want to access the virtual machine, but you are not having the console access. Then how you can able to access the virtual machine?
SDK or Python program.
Try to understand the question, Andy. Your admin team or DevOps team created the virtual machine as per your requirement. Now I want to access this VM, but I don't have console access.
RDP access or
From command prompt.
See here, so here what I'm saying, I want to access the machine, my virtual machine, but I don't have the console access, Andy. Without having the control access, can we able to open this kind of prompt window here? You cannot able to open. Now what we can do here to handle this kind of situation, one thing we are going to use it as a cloud SDK, or we are going to use the SSH shell by using putti. See, this is the one more option we are going to use. And so Cloud SDK already we discussed. You know the Cloud SDK window. So by using the Cloud SDK, you can able to operate your virtual machine. Otherwise, what we can do here, you are going to use the SSH shell by using the option called third-party tool called as a putti. Now here I can able to say, in most of the projects, we are going to use SSH shell by using putti to access our virtual machines. In most of the projects or as part of interviews also, they will ask the question, Andy, how you are going to access your virtual machines as part of your project. Then what we can able to say, we are using the SSH shell by using what? By using the putti. Putti is nothing but it's a kind of a third-party software. What is the putti? It's nothing but it's a third-party software, and you need to install the putti. And by using the putti, what we can do here, you can able to open the SSH shell. From that SSH shell, what we can do here, you can able to access our virtual machines. Okay. Now from now onwards, in next 30 minutes, we'll discuss about how to configure putti. Why we are discussing about this? Because in the real time, we are going to use the putti to access our virtual machine. That's the reason compulsory we need to understand about what is the putti and how we are going to access the putti. And for that reason, in next 20-30 minutes, we are going to discuss about how to configure the putti, and in that putti, how we can able to connect to the virtual machine. That information we are going to cover in the next 20 to 30 minutes. Okay. Now, first step here, we need to install putti and putti gen. This is the first step, Andy. If you want to access the putti, what we have to do here? First, we need to install the putti and also putti gen. For this, just to go to Google Chrome browser. If you want, you can do it parallelly with me, Andy. Go to Chrome browser, open new window, search for putti download, or you can search for putti gen download. Just open Chrome browser. In the Chrome browser, search for putti gen download. Search for putti gen download. So once you search here, then you are going to get the options like this, Andy. Now, if you see here, first one we are having the putti gen download. After that, what we are having, you can able to see the download putti for Windows, Andy. Please click on this one. Second one, download putti for Windows. Select download putti for Windows. Select download putti for Windows. After that, scroll down. Once you scroll down here you can able to see one option like this, and you can able to see the MSI Windows installer for putti. You can able to see the option called as a MSI Windows installer for putti. Here for the 64-bit, you can able to see putti 64-bit 0.78 installer.msi. Please click on this. Click on second one. Click on 64-bit related link. It's a kind of ad, and you can close this app. Don't open the ads. Here, once we click on that, it is going to open the window like this. But in this window, we haven't clicked on anything, and without clicking on anything, only what happened here? Your software has been downloaded. Just I'm going back. Just I want to show you one more time if anyone having any confusion. Here we need to click on the 64-bit. Here we need to click on this link. Once you are going to click on this link, it will open a window like this. In this window, no need to click anyone separately. Automatically, what will happen? It will install. It will download your software. In the bottom, you can able to see here again. Second time it was installed because I did this activity 2 times. That's the reason 2 times it is downloaded. Now, for example, if it is not downloading automatically after 1 minute or 2 minutes also, then what we can do here? you can able to see the option called as a click here to download manually, but definitely it will download automatically whenever we are going to click on that link. Now after that, what's the next step? Just go to your downloads folder. Go to your downloads folder. There you can able to see your software, whatever is downloaded just now. Please double click on that. Please double click and click on next. And no need to do any kind of activities. Continuously click on next only. Anyone facing any issues so far? Download it. Okay. Actually, in my laptop already it is installed, and that's the reason I'm not installing it. But from your side, please click on next. It won't take much time. Mostly in 1 or 2 minutes, it will complete the installation. Offline people, installation is completed. Okay. Online people, anyone facing any issues? No, right? Very good. Now see here, after completion of the installation, now please go to start. Go to Windows Start. Here you can able to see one folder as putti 64. So this is the folder you can able to see, and putti 64-bit. This is the folder you can able to see. Please click on the arrow button. Putti 64-bit. You can able to see this one. Please click on the arrow. Then you can able to see all the available applications within the putti 64-bit. Okay. Now out of all these applications, and we are going to use the putti and we are going to use the putti gen. These two are the applications which we are going to use. Now first click on the putti gen. Click on putti gen. Click on putti gen. Okay. So once you click on the putti gen, it is going to open one window like this, and this is nothing but our putti key generator. Now by using this, what we will do here is we are going to generate the keys. By using this, we will generate keys, and these keys will configure in our virtual machine. So please try to understand the statement here, Andy. What we are doing with the help of the putti gen, what we are doing, we are generating a key, and that key we are going to configure with what? Whatever the virtual machine we created. In that virtual machine, we are going to configure that key, and indirectly what we are doing here, we are maintaining some kind of communication between our putti and our virtual machine. How we are going to maintain that kind of communication? By using the keys, Andy. Now, for example, whenever we are going to perform the bank transaction, what we are going to get? We are going to get the OTP. In the same way, here also what we are doing, from the putti to virtual machine, we need to open the communication. How we are going to open the communication? With the help of the keys only, we are going to open the communication. That's the reason. First here, we are going to open the putti gen. After opening the putti gen, what we have to do here? We need to generate the keys. If you want to generate the keys, just click on generate here. In this window, click on generate. After click on the generate, please remember the statement, Andy. Please move the mouse like this here. Then only it will complete the process fast. Just play the mouse like this.
Sir, from start menu, which one
Sir,
is
how
it?
do you come to the screen, sir? Putti key generator. I have only putti configuration. That window only it's coming for me, sir. Do we need to
Actually,
download this, sir?
yeah, from last 10 minutes only we are discussing same thing, right? You need to download the putty and so somebody is
yes.
asking, do we need to download this?
Sir,
Yes, we need to
both
download.
are different, right? Putty
Both are,
generator
I
and the
downloaded only
putty
putty, sir.
config.
No, even if you are going to download the putty also, whatever the thing you install, with that you will get this automatically.
I did not get, sir. It is telling.
Right, puttigen should be
It is
available
there. Recently added puttigen is there. It's there, sir. Separate place it is there.
1 second, Andy. Offline people, you are able to see the putty or not? You are able to see? Everyone is able to see, Andy. So I think please check it properly.
It is there. Team in Windows type puttigen. It is coming.
No, don't do like that, Andy. So if you are going to do like that, it will display the whole software also. Please follow my steps, whatever I'm telling here, Andy. With that, you won't get any kind of confusion. So what you can do here, please click on start. After the installation, please click on the start. Then please scroll down here. Here you can able to see putty 64-bit, which whatever we downloaded just now. Click on this arrow. Then here you can able to see all the applications which are downloaded as part of our installation. Here you can able to see the putty and you can able to see the putty gen. Please follow the steps, whatever I'm telling. With that, you won't get any kind of confusion. Otherwise, if everyone is going to get the confusion, it will take a lot of time to explain to everyone. Please follow the steps, whatever I'm telling. After that, if you want, you can able to perform the experiments. Okay, so please click on the putty gen. Once you are going to click on the putty gen, it is going to open the window like this, Andy. Once it is going to open the window like this, what we have to do? You need to click on the generate. After clicking on the generate, to generate the key, it will display the status very slow, Andy. So then what we have to do? Just we need to play the mouse continuously here. With that, it will populate the key very fastly. Offline people, this activity completed. Okay. Online people, anyone facing the issues up to here?
No, sir.
All right. Okay. Now next thing, if you observe here, this is the key it generated, Andy. After that, here you can able to see one option called as a key component. Now this key component is nothing but our username, Andy. If you want, you can give any kind of name. For my understanding, here I'm giving it as a sample putty. You can give any name, but please remember the name. And if you forgot the name, you cannot able to log in by using the putty. Whatever the name you are giving, please remember that name. Or if you want to, you can copy that name into your notepad also. In the key comment, just to change the name instead of giving the default name. In the key comment, please give any generic name. By using that name, we are going to connect to the putty. This is acting as your username indirectly.
Sir, if you don't mind, actually I was facing issue before. Now I am able to see the puttigen. Could you please repeat the steps? Sorry.
Yeah, in the puttigen, just you need to click on generate only. So if you open the puttigen, what you have to do, please click on the generate button. Once you click on the generate button, above you can able to see the status. It is progressing. It will show the status very slowly. So that's the reason. Just you need to move the mouse continuously like this in this panel. With that, you can able to get the key very fastly. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
I gave a key comment as you told I have given. Do I need to copy the key now? Did you
I
tell
will tell
that?
you. I will tell you. Wait, just wait for
Oh,
some time. I will tell you.
Just to stay on this window, right?
Yeah, please stay on this
Okay.
window only. Okay. Now this is your key and this is your comment. This is your username, Andy. Now, if you want, please copy this entire key. Please copy the complete one. Okay. Generally, what will happen is you won't able to see it properly. So some people are copying only half of the one or full one, Andy. Please copy the complete one. Copy and paste that into your notepad. Just what we are doing here. In this window, whatever the key we are having in the upper section, please copy from the beginning to till ending. See, even myself, I did the mistake, Andy. Second time I'm copying here. See, first time what is missed here? SSH-RSI was missed. Okay. Even myself, I'm also doing the mistake. Okay, that's the reason don't do that mistake, Andy. You need to copy the complete key from the first letter to till last letter. Just copy it into your notepad. Copy the key into your notepad. Okay. Now, see here. Now go back to your virtual machine window in the GCP console. go to your GCP console. Now click on your virtual machine. Go to Compute Engine console. Click on your virtual machine. Click on your virtual machine. And once you click on the virtual machine, and if you observe here on top, you can able to see the option called as a edit. Please click on that. On top, you can able to see the option called as a edit. Please click on the edit button. On top, click on edit button. Okay, and after click on the edit button, please scroll down. Okay, so once you scroll down here you can able to see the option called as a SSH keys sending. Please come to till this section, SSH keys. Stop it. SSH keys section. So once you are going to scrolling down, what will happen here? You can able to see the option called as a SSH keys. This is the option you can able to see. And after that, here you can able to see the option called as a add item. Please click on the add item.
So we need to delete that one, right? So we should
If
delete
you have
it.
any old one, please delete it only. If you have anything already here, SSH keys, please delete the old ones. Now here, click on the add item. Click on add item. Once you click on the add item, what it is asking? It is asking the SSH key and now from where we can able to get the SSH key? You can go to your putti and from here you can copy directly. Otherwise, already you copy to your notepad, right? From the notepad also you can able to copy whatever is convenient to you. Please copy from there. Click on add item. Now copy paste key from your putti gen. Now copy paste key from your putti gen or from notepad by depending on your convenience. Just I'm copying this, paste it. Okay, after doing all these operations, and so we are doing only one operation as part of our edit operation. Click on the edit, come to SSH keys. If any keys are already available, please delete the keys by click on this one. After that, click on the add item. Once we are going to click on the add item, what is happening here? It is asking for the SSH key. Whatever the key we generated from the putti gen, that key we are going to give it here, and please give that key here. After that, please click on save. After giving the key information, please click on save. Okay, so it will save after 10 seconds or 20 seconds. All the information is going to store it. And now what we did here, we generated the key from the putti gen and we given that key to your virtual machine. Indirectly, we are opening the communication between your local putti machine to our virtual machine. And so this is the way we are adding the keys. Okay, but our activities are completed. No, right? So far, we open the communication. Now we need to access the virtual machine by using the putti shell. To do that activity, please go back to your putti gen window. Please go to your putti key generator window. Please go here.
Sir, one error is coming, sir. Supplied fingerprint does not match current metadata fingerprint. Like that one message is coming, sir.
Other people, you are getting any error messages?
No.
Oh, sir.
Not sure, Andy. So why you? So we'll see that after the class. Otherwise, Andy. So for now, other people are not getting any kind of error messages. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat once SSH keys, how to copy?
How to copy?
I copied, but in SSH keys, I have deleted previous content. Then
Okay. You need to click on the add item, Andy. So there you can able to see the option called
Add
as a
item.
add item. Please click on that. Then it
Okay,
is
sir.
asking the input. Please copy paste your SSH key there.
Yes, sir.
After that, please click on save.
Set.
Okay.
Save.
Okay.
Save or set, sir?
Save and
Okay, okay.
Sir, is there any vice versa option? Just now we are creating generating key in putti. Can't we create in GCP console and paste it in?
yeah,
Putty?
we'll discuss that later. So first we'll complete this
Okay.
activity. Otherwise, people will get
Okay.
the confusion. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now see here, go to your putti key generator window. Now here, if you see, you can able to see one option called as a save private key, and please click on this. Save private key. Please click on this. Click on save private key. Just click on yes. Once you click on the save private key, it is asking yes or no. Please click on yes. Click on save private key. After that, click on yes. After that, so it is asking in which path you want to save it, and select any folder, whatever the folder regularly you are using. Select that folder. In that folder, just you can give one name. So it is creating a file, and in your local system, it is creating a file. In that file, it is storing all the keys information, whatever we generated. That's the reason. Just we need to pass the file name, give any name. Here I'm giving the name as a, for example, batch 19. I'm giving the name as a batch 19. In your system, in your folder, if you want, you can give any kind of name. But please remember what is the path you are choosing and what is the name you are giving, because this file we are using in the next step. Select the folder, any folder. In that folder, give a specific file name. After giving the file name, just click on save. Click on save. Give file name and save it. From the puttigen window, please click on the save private key. After that, click on yes. Then it is asking the path of the folder. Please select the path. Then it is asking the file name. Give the file name and click on save. Okay. Now you tell me where we are having the keys. Keys are present in your local machine, and same key present in virtual machine. Indirectly, in the both the machines, we are going to maintain the same keys information. And now what is the next step? I want to open the SSH shell by using the putti. To open that, again, please go to start. Please go to Windows start button, click on that. Then click on your putti 64-bit folder. Click on start. Go to your putti 64-bit folder. Now here click on the putti. Earlier we clicked on the puttigen, and now which one we need to click? We need to click on putti. Please click on that. Click on putti. Now if you see here, what it is asking? It is asking the host name, or it is asking the IP address. And now whatever the virtual machine which we created in the GCP component, there for every virtual machine we are going to get one IP address, and that IP address only we need to copy here. Again, please go to your console of the virtual machine. Please go to your virtual machine console. Here, if you see, you can able to see the two IP addresses, and one is the internal IP and second one is the external IP. You can able to see the two IP addresses. One is the internal IP and second one is the external IP. We need to copy the external IP. You need to copy only the number from the external IP. Please copy this. We need to give host name or IP address in the putti window. To give that, go to Compute Engine console for your virtual machine. Copy external IP address. If you are going to copy the internal IP address, it won't work. So please follow my steps on the very keen way. Then only what will happen, you won't face any kind of issues. Please copy your external IP address, which is present in this console. Please copy this. Then please go to your putty window. Here, paste IP address. Whatever the one you copied from there, please paste it here. In the putty window, please paste the IP address just now which we copied. Okay. Now after that, in the left side panel, if you see under in the putty window, in the left side, if you observe, here we are having the option called a SSH. Here, please click on this. Please click on the plus symbol. In putty window, left side, click on. Any questions, Andy? Any question? Please be silent. Please click on plus symbol of SSH. Please click on plus symbol of SSH. Once you click on the plus symbol, here you can able to see the one more plus symbol beside the auth and please click on that plus symbol also. Please click on plus symbol beside the auth. Click on plus symbol beside auth. Now, here you can able to see one option called as a credentials and please click on the credentials. Click on credentials. Within the auth, you can able to see one option called as a credentials. Please select the credentials. After selecting the credentials, in the right side, now you can able to see some kind of options and what is the first one it is asking? Private key file for authentication. It is asking the path of your private key file. Where we stored our private key file? In the previous step, in one of the folder, we given the file name, right? That is the file name we need to provide here. I will say in the right side window. Private key file for authentication. There. Click on browse and give path of the file which we selected above.
Sir, you mean the PPK file, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Just click on the browse. In my system, under the Qt folder, I created the file called as a batch 19 folder, which is having my private key and please select that file and click on open. Please select the file, whatever the file which we created in the previous steps. Please select the file and click on open.
Sir, I need some help, sir.
Click on open. After that, in this window, again you need to click on open. Again, click on open. Okay. Now you are going to get the warning message like this, Andy. In this warning message, just click on accept. Someone is looking for help on this. So after completion of the class, we'll check it once. We'll complete all the steps first. So in this window, please click on accept. In next window, select accept. See here, once you select the accept, what it is asking? Login as. Now tell me what is the value we need to give? Earlier I told you, right? So you need to give one username in the key comment. That is the value we need to provide here, Andy. So coming to my example, in my system, I given it as a sample putti. This is the username I given. From your side, whatever the name you given, please give that name and paste it. If you want to paste it from the mouse, right click it, Andy. Right click, it will paste automatically from the mouse. Right click, it will paste it. Click on enter, or if you want, you can type it also, no issues. Just click on enter. Now see here what happened. Have you connected or not? Just I will open the.
Yes, connected.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All the people, please complete all the steps what we discussed so far.
So sample put is like VM name.
This is my username. Earlier I told you, right? So we are giving one username in the partition. That is nothing but my username only.
Oh.
And at the rate
Okay.
sample QT, what is the sample QT? Any guess? This is my machine name. So in the
Machine
machine, I given the name as a sample QT. This is the user. Indirectly, we can able to say it as a username at the rate machine name only.
For this password is not necessary. Key is only the password.
Because we given the key, right? That key is nothing but
Yeah.
indirectly acting as a password.
Okay. So one lady is facing the issue, and other than that person, any other people are facing any kind of issues so far, please let me know. Offline people, everyone is good, right? Okay. Online people, other than that one person, any other people are facing any other issues?
Sir,
so
one
far?
quick question, sir. In putty key generator, we have given this key comment and key phrase confirm passphrase.
No, that
Is
you can give it as not required only. So once you click on the save private key, just give it as a yes. It is
Okay.
asked, it is opening a pop-up. There it is asking yes or no. You can give it as a yes for no issues.
Okay, so only key comment I have to pass, then click on save private key.
Exactly.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now see here, this is the window it opened only. Now in this window, we can able to perform any kind of operations. Now, for example, I created the virtual machine for the purpose of doing my Python programming. Earlier we discussed, right? What is the purpose of the virtual machine? Why we are creating that? I want to run my own programs, or I want to run my own software to perform all these kind of activities only. We are creating the virtual machine. That is the first topic we discussed, Randy. What is the purpose of compute engine? To create the virtual machines. Why we are creating the virtual machines? To perform our own activities, or to run our own applications, or to install our own softwares. Instead of having our personal laptop, we are renting the virtual machine from the Google Cloud platform. On top of that virtual machine, we are performing all the activities. And now my machine is ready. I opened the machine by using the putty shell. Now I want to install the software. For example, I want to perform some kind of Python programming. And if you want to perform the Python programming, what is the software we have to install? Obviously Python. If you want to install the Python, just give it as sudo space awt space install space Python. Sudo space awt space install space Python. This is the command we can able to give. Just click on enter. Sorry, it's my mistake. 1 second. So it's not awt only, app. Sudo apt install Python. Just to give the command like this, sudo space apt space install space Python. Just click on enter. Once you click on the enter, it is starting to install the Python. It is asking whether you want to continue or not, and just give it as a Y. Give Y, click on enter. Just give Y and click on enter. Then you can able to see the progress of installation. Already Python installed. Okay, if it is installed, you can ignore it. And just I'm trying to show you how we can able to install any kind of softwares on our virtual machines. And just I'm giving the example. If it is already installed, you can ignore it. Okay. Other people already installed Python, or you are installing it? Already installed. Okay. If it is already installed, just you can give the command as Python space -- version. If it is already installed, or if installation is completed with the above command, and please give the command as Python space -- version. With this, you need to get a output. I'm telling you where we are doing this operation in the virtual machine. Now, if I'm going to install it, where it is installing, and it's not installing in our local personal laptop. It is installing in our virtual machine. Okay, so just we are doing this for our understanding, and after completion of all these activities, we are going to delete the virtual machine. Just for understanding how we are going to access our virtual machines, we are discussing about this software installation process. Okay. I think for me, for some reason, it is taking more time only, but generally it will complete within 1 or 2 minutes again. After completion of the installation, just what you can do here, you can give the command as a Python space ---- version. Now you tell me from where we are installing the Python software, from the putti shell, and by using the putti shell, what we did here? By using the putti shell, we connected to our virtual machine, which we created in the GCP platform. In the GCP, in the Google Cloud, whatever the virtual machine which we created, we are accessing the virtual machine by using the putti shell. And so this is the way in the real time also, whenever you want to access any virtual machine, this is the process we need to follow. But tell me here, in the real time, are we going to populate the generate keys?
No.
Are we going to populate the keys?
No,
Answer is
admin
no.
team.
Then who will share these keys?
Admin.
Who will share these keys in real time? I can able to say your admin team or your DevOps team, because who is creating the virtual machines in the real time?
DevOps
Your
team.
admin team or DevOps team, which is nothing but who is going to provide the keys also? Your dev team, sorry, your admin team or DevOps team is going to provide the keys information, or they will provide that PPK file. Whatever the file earlier we stored it, right? That PPK file, they are going to provide it to us, and this is the file. This is the file earlier we stored in our local system. This is nothing but private key file, and this is the file they are going to share it. Now, by using this file, what we can do here? Simply, we need to open the putti. In the putti, you need to configure private key file. With that, we can access our virtual machine. This I'm telling from the real-time perspective only. In the real-time projects, we are not generating our own keys only. Your DevOps team or admin team is going to generate the keys, and they are going to share that information. By using that, what we are doing here, we are going to open the putti. In the putti, we are going to configure our private key file. With that, we are going to access all the virtual machines as part of our real-time projects. These are the things we need to understand as part of accessing our virtual machines. Okay? Yeah, you're asking something.
Sir, one more thing, sir.
Just 1 second.
So-
Offline, people are asking one question. Just
Yeah,
1 minute.
sure.
Can I add more than one key in our? Yeah, you can add more than one. So see here. For example, we are having the user one. For user one, I want to give one kind of key. For user two, I want to give other kind of key. For user three, I can give other kind of key. And so what we can do here, you can able to add any number of users. But thing is nothing but if we are selecting the first key, we need to give the respective username. If you are going to select the second key, you have to give the respective username, your key name, and sorry, you can able to say here your username and key values. Both are interlinked. You can able to create any number of keys on a single virtual machine, but every key is linked with our username. Now, whatever the example we discussed here, this key is linked with what? This key is linked with my username called as a sample putti. If you want, you can create the one more key, but for that key, you have to give a different username. Okay. Yeah. Online people are asking something. Please continue.
Sir, I got stuck, sir. I need your help, sir.
Yeah, we'll give you the help on just 1 minute. We'll complete
Yeah.
this.
Sir, the thing is like admin team is going to create the key, right?
Yes.
So instead of that, admin team can't give access to by using the service account to that VM without keys.
Okay, they are given the service account to VM, but how you need to access this VM again?
Yeah, by putti only, but by using our user ID password, right? The corporate user ID password.
So
Service
that is
account.
the one more way. And see, if you're going to work in the real time, we are having the different types of the ways, but whatever the way I'm telling, this is the regular way we are following in the real time projects.
Okay, sir.
Clear? Okay.
Sir, one more thing, maybe I have missed. So do we need to install this Python local machine or like VM?
No. We are not discussing anything about the Python only. So why we are I given the example of the Python. We created the virtual machine. Just I want to show you by using the virtual machine, we can able to install everything. And now see here, after 5 minutes or after 1 hour, what you will do? You are going to remove the virtual machine. If you are going to remove the virtual machine, do we have this Python software?
No,
Obviously, it will
everything
go on,
be
right?
deleted.
So
Yeah.
don't think about, we are going to start discussing about the Python and we are not discussing anything about the Python. Just given the example, whatever the virtual machine which we created, in that virtual machine, how we can able to install our own software to understand that. Just given that example, don't think that I need to have the Python to continue for the next classes only. We are not discussing anything now about the Python. Just I'm showing you how we need to install the software on top of your virtual machine. After connecting to virtual machine by using our putty shell. Just this is the small command we need to run. With that, you can able to see how we can able to install the softwares on your virtual machine. After completion of all these activities, if you want, you can able to perform some other practice. And after that, what you can do here, simply you are going to delete the VM. Once we are going to delete the VM, what will happen? Automatically your Python software, your keys, everything will be gone. Okay, don't think that this Python software is required now. It's not required only for understanding only. I given this command to install the software on your virtual machine. Is clear?
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
done.
Okay, that's all for today, Andy. So if anyone is having any kind of questions, please stay on online or offline. If you don't have any questions, you can able to leave for the day. Thank you. And next class we are having at 11:45.
Sir, after we gave this the Python hyphen version, that's the end, right?
Yeah, that's right. So it will display the version as I think 2.70 or 2.74. It will display the version. If it is showing, which means your software is installed properly. At the same time, you connected to your virtual machine from the putty shell also properly. All the steps you completed without having any issues. Just to prove that we are installing this, and just to prove that we are giving this command. If you are seeing the version of the Python, which means you did all the steps without having any issues.
Yes, sir. I can see 2.75.
Okay, nice one. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, for Google SDK, what is the command to clear the screen?
Sorry, can you please repeat your question?
For clear the screen, what is the command for that?
For create?
Clear the screen. Clear.
To clear screen, huh? Just try the clear and clear or CLS, both are not working.
Not working.
Then just Google it, and I'm not aware. So at present, I'm not unable to recollect. Just Google it once. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, one lady facing the issue, right? Can you please share what's your name?
Lalita, sir.
Sir,
Yeah. Ask the question. Someone is asking the question. Please continue.
Yeah.
Sir, I have browsed everything in the notepad. You have written that now I have followed that, sir. 100th step in notepad.
Okay.
After that, what I need to do, sir? Login as what I need to enter, sir.
Yeah, Lalita, I made you ask first, and please share your screen.
Thank you, sir. I'm sharing my screen now, sir.
Yeah, some other person is asking the question. So tell me in the 100th step, what is the doubt you are having?
I followed your steps, sir. Then I got login as. Then next, what I need to.
Yeah, in the login as you need to provide your username only. So in the previous steps, you given one username, right? In the key comment, you added one name, right? So that is the name we need to pass.
Okay. Okay, this is the key, sir.
No, in the key, you given one name in the key name, right? So key comment,
Yes,
that is the name you need to pass. See this one, key comment. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me, Lalita, so what is the issue you are facing?
Sir, I cleared the error that I was getting. After that, I did not follow, sir. From putti, you told a few steps, sir, that I did not follow. I just did mapping the SSH to the VM. Only up to that I have cleared, sir.
Okay.
Can
you please click on the save private key? Click on save private key. Yeah. Okay, click on yes. Okay. So here, what is the folder regularly you are going to use? Can you please go to that folder? Okay. Here, give some file name. You can give any name only by depending on your convenience. Give any name.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Click on save. Okay.
That's it, sir.
Now can you please go to the Windows Start button? Go to Windows Start button and search for that 64-bit. In that, click on the putty. Open the putty window.
Which one, sir? This one, no?
I'm seeing the only putty key generator. I'm seeing only putty key generator. If you are doing any other operations, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, you're not able to see my screen?
You given the screen share for whole screen, or you given the screen share for only one video?
For whole screen only I gave.
Okay, can you do one thing? Can you please click on the
1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir. Are you able to see now?
No.
Are you able to see my screen now, sir?
No, and still I'm seeing the putty key generator.
1 minute, sir.
No, it's okay. I will tell you the steps. Please follow.
Okay, sir.
Please click on start. Then you can able to see the putti 64-bit, whatever we installed sometime back.
Okay.
Okay, within that you can able to see the putty. Please click on putty.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, now I'm able to see your screen only.
Okay, sir.
You click on the putty.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now in the left side window, you can able to see the SSH, right? Please click on
Yes,
the
sir.
plus button of SSH. Click on plus.
Okay. Okay.
Then click on plus button of auth. Now click on the credentials within the Now, there click on the browse. Okay, now you need to go to your folder, select the key, click on open. Now click on open again. Click on open again.
I tried, but it is.
Now in this
Any,
window,
red-
click on open. And so whatever the window you are having, please click on open here.
I'm getting some sound, sir. It is not opening.
Oh, okay. I think you didn't copy the IP address only. Now, can you please go back to your VM instances or Compute Engine console? Okay, here copy the external IP. In this
How
window,
should it? Okay.
copy this. Control C. Okay,
Okay,
now go
sir.
back to your party window. Can you please scroll up? Left side, scroll up. Go to sessions. Top sessions. Okay, here give the IP address. Okay, actually, first we need to give the IP address. I forgot to inform that. We need to give the IP address, then we need to go to SSH, then we need to go to auth, then we need to select the file. But we already selected the file. Now click on open. Click on accept. Now you given one username, right, earlier. So please give that username here.
Username means
In the
which means-
putty gen, when we are doing the operations, you given one value in the key comment, right? I told you that
Yes,
is we
sir.
are using it as a username.
Okay.
Okay, click on enter. Okay,
Ah,
now you connected
okay,
on it. Now just give the PWD command or any other command. PWD. Yeah, now we are connected to. So from the putty, we connected to our virtual machine. Now you can able to perform all the other steps. 74 to 81, you have written some steps, right? You can able to follow those steps. That's it.
Just to install the Python, right, sir?
Yeah, just
the-
install it, and after that you can able to delete your virtual machine.
Okay,
Just for
sir.
understanding, I given that command only. But for
Okay,
now, we
sir.
are not going to discuss anything about the Python.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Sir, I have
sorry, just one more request, sir.
Hmm.
If you are free, just please help me with the resume, sir, whenever you are
Yeah, I will
free.
tell you only.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I remember
Ah,
that. Yeah, we'll
Okay, sir.
discuss.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay, no problem.
hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Sir, in real time, what all other activities we perform, sir, apart from downloading and installation for software using this putti or VM?
Now, by using the putty, we are going to perform some other operations also on this, so that we are going to cover anyhow in the coming classes. Because we are going to use the BigQuery and we are going to use the data plug and all these things, right? So where if you
Yes,
want
sir.
to access all those things, compulsory we are going to use the putty or we are going to use the cloud SDKs. In the coming sessions, we'll cover all those things. Don't worry.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
Hello.